All right, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're here to talk about a journey many organizations are facing, moving away from the legacy ERP systems and embracing a modern AI-driven Oracle Cloud ERP. We'll walk through the driven challenges um, of staying on legacy systems, the benefits of Oracle Cloud, and proven migration strategies. And for today's agenda, here's a roadmap for today. We'll start with a quick introduction, then discuss why it's time to migrate from legacy ERP systems. We'll explore how Oracle Cloud ERP unlocks new possibilities, look at real-world examples, and wrap up with migration strategies. Finally, we'll leave time for some questions at the end. Over to you, Jaime.
Thank you, Erica. My name is Jaime Salvat. I'm a sales director here with NextInfo, and I work with Arun Cavalli, who is our CEO. And together with Oracle, we are hosting this webinar just as a show of partnership. It allows us to combine our consulting expertise and Oracle's technology leadership to bring the best of both worlds to our clients. And I'll let Robert, who's with us today, introduce himself as well. Robert?
Hey, great to meet everybody. My name is Robert Demorales. I'm the rep covering the Oracle applications. I report up to my group vice president. His name is Clay Peterson. We cover all industries in North America, financial services, manufacturing, communications, etc. And we're happy to get you to the right point of contact.
Thank you very much, Robert. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Just to kind of give you a little bit of overview about NextInfo. At NextInfo, we've been helping to guide organizations through business transformations for over 25 or over 26 years now. We have 500 plus employees, more than 500 shared Oracle customers, and our focus for our whole life has really been on delivering operational excellence. We bring domain expertise across the ERP, HCM, supply chain, and customer experience verticals within Oracle. And more, we like to partner closely with Oracle to help deliver successful outcomes. Now, most legacy ERP systems were designed for a different era, one that maybe didn't demand real-time data or automation or even the agility that's required today. Systems like Infor or Epicor, or some older Microsoft products like Great Plains or Navisions or Dynamics, and even some Sage products, are really solutions that can create bottlenecks because they rely on outdated architectures, limited integrations, and a lot of manual processes. As a result, organizations struggle with slower decision-making, rising security risks, and an inability to keep pace with digital change. This is where customers begin to feel the constraints of those systems. They know that the business is ready to grow, but sometimes the technology is a limiting factor or just simply can't keep up. Beyond the visible challenges, there are deeper costs that legacy systems quietly accumulate. Direct costs like licensing and hardware and constant maintenance are only the beginning. Indirect costs show up in operational slowdowns or things like heavier IT workloads and inefficient processes that can kind of drain your team's productivity. But the most impactful costs are the hidden ones: delayed reporting, manual work and rework, some compliance risks, missed opportunities, and of course, talent frustration. These are costs that really kind of limit the organization's agility, hold back growth, and really can prevent your business from innovating. This is where Oracle Cloud ERP changes the equation. It replaces the limitations of those legacy ERP systems with a platform that is built to scale, automate, and adapt. Customers can gain real-time visibility. There's embedded AI to streamline decisions, something we'll see more of today. Lower total costs of ownership, and seamless integration across your whole enterprise. Instead of fighting through systems constraints, your organizations can modernize processes. They can improve accuracy, accelerate reporting, and become more data-driven. Oracle Cloud ERP gives you a foundation that supports that innovation rather than slowing it down. Oracle Fusion ERP doesn't just modernize your system, though. It modernizes the way that your business operates. Instead of patching together outdated workflows, Oracle Fusion can give you a unified, always current platform that eliminates technical debt on day one with a single source of truth, because everything is tied to one foundation. Teams can collaborate with confidence, can make decisions faster, and you can make sure that you rely that that data is accurate and in real time. Security and compliance are built in. It's not something that you have to attach or bolt on, removing one of the biggest risks of some of those legacy systems. And because AI and analytics are embedded across every module, users get predictive insights, they can automate tasks, and you can make smarter decisions to support your business. More importantly, the platform grows with you. Fusion's extensibility and its ability to openly migrate with other solutions and systems protects your existing investment while giving you the flexibility to evolve in the future, whether that means launching new products or services, expanding to new regions, or even just automating processes that have been manual for decades. It's not just an upgrade, it is a shift to a more agile and intelligent and resilient operating system. With that, I want to hand this over to Robert just to discuss a little bit about Oracle's historical investment and deployment of AI. Oracle?
Yeah, thank you very much for the handoff. We're really excited about all the advancements on the AI side. AI is really not new for Oracle. We've been investing in AI for years now. We spend over $9 billion a year in R&D. And a lot of that, our customers are always getting, the latest and the greatest technology at their fingertips. And, today we're really excited to show you why having AI in your system really matters when you're looking at a new ERP provider. So first off, the outcomes we see are from embedded functionality into our systems. They're not add-ons, they're not third parties. They are integrated and already embedded in. We offer free pre-built agents that customers are leveraging today. We're seeing some customers turn a 3-hour task into a 3-minute task, and a lot of improved decision making. It's changing the way executives and managers and analysts and everybody are evaluating their enterprise stack. So we're going to cover a lot about Oracle's cloud ERP versus legacy ERP systems, but throughout this webinar, it's really important to remember the importance of Oracle being a hyperscaler when you're evaluating a move off of a legacy ERP system. And what I mean by that is Oracle controls the technology stack, the software that you use as an end user, the database behind the application, the hosting environment that everything sits on. This is abundantly important as companies actually try to leverage AI and not just buy some third-party AI tool, because AI agents work the best when your data is in one place running on one system, and those agents are reading the same data. And that's what Oracle provides. We provide one common data model. And it's really cool to see some of the examples that we're excited to talk to you about today. Two big ones, finance and human resources. For finance, we're seeing real life examples by companies identifying forecasts versus actual variance, spotting different anomalies, automatically adjusting journal entries that need to be done, all sorts of different examples that we're happy to show you one off separately on the finance side, and as well as the HR side today, we're going to be spending a lot of time on. Some of the examples, the real life examples that you'll see in a little bit, and I could talk about right now, are filtering through resumes, these very manual tasks, writing job recs, writing annual evaluations, things that traditionally take hours. We're seeing our customers using AI to leverage today. And today we're really excited to dive into some of these HR use cases and show you more about what can be accomplished in a modern system.
All right, thank you very much, Robert. So what we'd like to do is give you just a little bit of a preview of some of the AI capabilities that are available within Oracle. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat. We have a Q&A session a little later in the webinar, and we can try and get to some of those answers as well. So I'm going to stop sharing here for just a moment, and I'm going to pull up a screen here. And I do want to just, as I'm hosting the webinar, it can be a little delayed in terms of what you see within the screen. So I apologize for that. It is a demo environment. But if you can see what I have on the screen right now, this is just a test company called Vision. And what I'll do is I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of how AI can function or work for your team. And what we'll do is we'll start with something like benefits. Near the end of the year, I think most companies have kind of gone through this already. There's benefits enrollment. And a lot of your staff may have questions about capabilities or functionality in regards to their benefits plan. And sometimes those questions can take up time and resources with some of your other team members. Where Oracle comes into play and where AI comes into play is it can help simplify the process for your employees to be able to do things like say, please give me a breakdown of my current benefits. And what the Oracle AI agent will do is it'll go through and search specific to that person or that user what their current benefits are and display them on the screen. It'll even prompt you with certain questions that you may want to dive a little bit deeper on. It may ask you things like, do you want me to give you some of the plan or policy details? It'll come up in just a moment here. But really the purpose of this is to have a conversational way for your end users to be able to discuss what their benefits are without, again, taking up a lot of valuable resources internally. Again, apologize for the delay, especially when I'm hosting the webinar. It does take a little bit longer for it to come up. So as you can see here, here's a summary, and this would be for me if I was the employee, Curtis Fetty, going over all of the details of what plans I currently am enrolled in. And it has all my specific demographic information, whether or not I have dependents or beneficiaries or whatever the case may be. And as you can see, it does pull me to see if it wants me to ask additional information. And I can even do things like say, is there a way to save some money? And it will take that same information and it'll look at my enrollment choices, and it'll even prompt me with some options in which I can change or modify my benefits enrollment so that I can save some money. And then from there, it'll again prompt me with additional questions that would be applicable to the response that the AI agent's delivering. Now, it's important to understand that all of this information is based off of that one source of truth. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something that is limited or restricted to certain users. Any of your users within Oracle who are an end user would be able to get or have the same benefit or the same use, and there's no additional cost or anything like that associated with it. So as you can see there, it's giving you a summary again of what you have and some practical ways that you can save money. It talks about flexible spending accounts, avoiding duplicate coverage, especially if you have premiums or partners or something along those lines. And then I can even do things like run a side-by-side comparison or out-of-pocket expense for alternative medical plans if I want to. Again, it's going to provide you or it's going to ask you some of these questions to help you dive deeper and make sure that you're making the right choice as an employee for the benefits that you want. Now, there's some other availability within Oracle to give your employees an ability to be more productive. So let's look at goal setting. Again, we're coming up to the beginning of the year. So some of your employees may be in the process of creating or setting up goals for advancement. And the leadership may want to have, input into what they see their employees or their charges, what they're able to deliver to their organization. So maybe Curtis has a goal of developing AI to use on the HCM team. So I'm just going to put something very simple, something like develop AI. Whoops, I misspelled develop here. And for HR. But that doesn't sound very specific, and maybe I want to add some criteria. So I can actually click on AI Assistant. What it'll do is it'll take an understanding of what my role is within the organization. It'll see past information about my experience, my abilities, and what I've been able to do in the past. And it'll expand upon develop AI tools to give a goal that's more traditionally something that your leadership team would want to see that your employees are able to deliver. Now, it's not changing what the goal is, but what it is doing is giving you the ability to be more specific and more tailored. Now, let's say that you have these indicated goals, and this, again, it would be based off of maybe some of your past experience or past capabilities, or maybe what some of the company goals would be. But let's say that you'd want to modify this. Maybe you want to reduce response times by 30% within 4 months instead of 6 months. So you can still go in and modify and edit these goals and save them if you want to. Again, AI and Robert can attest to this. It's not a tool that's there or designed to replace your employees and your staff. What it's designed to do is to help your employees and your staff be more efficient and more productive with their time. Just like any tool, if it's a good tool, it's going to be something that'll make your employees happier. So let me stop there. Now, what we'd like to do is, kind of back that up with some real world experience in terms of somebody who's gone through the implementation and exploration process of looking at Oracle Cloud. Today, I'd like to introduce Sandeep. Sandeep Sindal is with Sakura Fintech, excuse me. They're a global medical device leader, and they went from an on-prem system to Oracle Cloud, and they're using our ERP and our warehouse management and customer experience and procurement modules. Together, we've built over 20 platform as a service integrations with them for seamless automation, and we're now partnering with Sakura to develop an AI roadmap for them to leverage Oracle Cloud's embedded intelligence and AI tools as well. They've seen a lot of the same challenges that some of you have seen in the past, and so Sandeep's going to be able to kind of share a little bit of his experience, and we'll move on from there to letting him kind of give you an idea of what their idea for AI roadmap is as well. Sandeep? Oh, I think you're muted, Sandeep. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just unmuting myself. Hello, good morning, everyone. It's great to join you all today. Let me start by saying this simple truth. Most companies don't get excited about replacing their ERP system. They do it because the old system finally becomes the bottleneck for the day-to-day operations. And today, with AI moving faster than ever, the gap between the legacy system and the modern ERP system is much wider than it has ever been. So my name is Sandeep Sindol. I lead the IT team for Sakura Fintech USA, and today I will be sharing our experience on moving from legacy ERP to Oracle Fusion. We are a medical device manufacturing company supporting cancer research and diagnostic globally. We have offices here in US, Europe, and Japan, and we manage sales in over 160 plus countries. In our case, we moved from on-premise Oracle 11i to Oracle Fusion Cloud back in 2019. And that shift changed the way we do our business today and manage our back office more efficiently. So I want to talk you through the real reasons why we moved our legacy on-premise system to a cloud-based ERP system, and how an AI-driven ERP like Oracle Fusion will be helping us in future. So let's start with the honest truth about the legacy ERP, right? So older ERP systems was built for a world where business moved slower, the data stayed inside the building, and any changes to the system happen maybe once or twice a year. So that world doesn't exist anymore. For us, the legacy system gave us three major risks, like the data visibility. So what I mean by that is that the data was always delayed, and we don't get the data when we need it right away. So end users always reaching out to IT for all the reporting needs. Month-end closing for accounting and finance used to take a long time. And also the high cost of maintaining the internal data center, like the resources that manage it. And as you know, that many legacy upgrades, the customization, the hardware, the IT infrastructure, the data center, all that maintenance, that all add up, right? And lastly, the lack of agility, where every new regulation or every new supply chain shift or every customer expectation, which used to turn into a major project. So because of that, the system simply can't keep up, and and the requirements and the business processes were lacking the newer efficiency, right? So if you relate to any of this in your ERP struggle, every time a business changes, then that is the sign that it's telling you to modernize your ERP system. So why so many organizations out there making this move from legacy to cloud? I mean, for us here at Sakura, we have been using on-premise Oracle for almost 2 decades. And back in 2018, we made one of the biggest technology decision in our company's history for moving to a cloud. And we decided to go with the Oracle Fusion. And we did it as an early adopter to Oracle Fusion. The reason I'm saying that is because we were early adopter for Oracle Fusion. Oracle was still figuring out the cloud ERP across all the modules. They were still trying to connect different modules for the data to be seamlessly integrated across different areas of business. They were still building the foundation of the ERP, which many companies take it for granted today. So once we made our decision of moving to Oracle Fusion, we followed with the full Big Bang approach. I mean, all modules like finance, supply chain, manufacturing, CX, which includes sales and service, everything. So it took us about 15 months end to end to go us live. And fast forward today, we completed our 6th year on Oracle Fusion. And at this point, the business processes are clearly defined and are stable, and the productivity has clearly increased across the organization, which we are able to measure by generating these reports that gives us data to compare across different departments or different periods of time. So naturally, the next question for us is what comes next. So earlier this year, and especially after attending the Oracle AI World in October, one thing became very clear to us. The future of ERP is AI first. So Oracle made it very obvious that AI is now at the center of ERP systems. So they are introducing all these new features and functionality within the ERP system, which provides organizations with like predictive insights, like the automated decision with intelligent workflow, smart forecasting for manufacturing organization like us. And this is just the beginning. We are here to explore what all AI has to offer across different modules. And we want to be part of the journey. And we are very excited to enable the AI that Oracle offers today. But here's the reality for Sakura. So we are not using the AI features yet, not because we don't want to, but because there is a prerequisite is to enable AI using the Redwood functionality. So AI does not work on the classic UI, and we are still on the classic. But for any new customer that subscribe to Oracle Fusion, will be automatically on the Redwood UI, and AI will be enabled by default. But for us to unlock that and enable the Oracle AI features, we have to first do that transition to move to Redwood UI. And we already started that journey. We are working with the Oracle and our implementation partner. And we started with the CX modules, which include the sales and service. And once these modules are live on Redwood, then we will continue with the supply chain, manufacturing, and finance, and all other modules. So this will position us for the next chapter of the AI-driven ERP, looks like. So it is interesting that we were early adopters when we moved to cloud in 2018, but in the AI space, we are actually behind. And that is okay, because what matters is we have started the roadmap and we are taking the structured phase approach to be on the latest version. So
Thank you.
for
Go ahead,
our,
sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, Sandeep. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, so for our original cloud migration back in 2018, we used a big bang approach, like we implemented all modules all at once. But for AI migration today, we are intentionally using a phase strategy to make sure that our team learns the new Redwood UI, adjust their processes, and get comfortable with the new environment before enabling the AI features. So the reason I'm mentioning about the approach is that whichever approach you choose, the rule is simple. You have to build the early momentum within the organization and make sure to communicate often with the business teams on the new features and functionality that the new system provides. So when people ask for the real success stories, I always share this Sakura's journey of moving from legacy system to Oracle Fusion. And for us, the biggest change that we noticed in a very short period of time was Firstly, the data accuracy and also the speed of retrieving the data from our ERP system. And the inventory visibility has improved significantly. We finally had one source of truth in terms of data. Service operations became more predictable because our data was real time instead of scattered across different systems. Finance and accounting gain real-time data insights because they don't need to wait on the reports and the manual consolidations. So we have achieved all this without AI today. And just imagine what the next few years will look like for us once once the AI-powered recommendations are part of our daily processes. So that is the promise of an AI-driven ERP, which we are looking forward to. So in short, the way we see ourselves in future is by less searching and more solving the problems. So at Sakura, we are excited for this chapter, and I hope today's session gave you a clear picture of why so many organizations are moving towards AI-enabled ERP system. And I hope this helps you make your decisions with more confidence and clarity. So with that, Ami.
Thank you very much, Sandeep. We appreciate your help and your attendance and insight as well. And we appreciate you sharing your journey. So as Sandeep was saying, the application of the software is really just kind of half the journey. The migration strategy is the other piece of it. And as he was saying, that there are a few different approaches. They chose a big bang approach initially, but excuse me, now that they are currently live on Oracle and they need to take pieces of their puzzle and put them together bit by bit, they're looking at more of a phased or step-by-step approach to implementing the changes. And there's even some options to kind of mix or match those to create both speed and minimize risk in a hybrid approach. How you actually get from your legacy ERP system to Oracle ERP, that's kind of what we're going to cover for the next piece. And at Next Info, we've develop these proven migration strategies that'll help organizations move to Oracle Cloud ERP with confidence. Whether it is that phased or big bang or hybrid strategy, really the key is successful planning and careful planning. And then on your part is making sure that there's clean data. And then on our end, it's our ability to leverage Oracle's AI-powered migration tools to help you get that information clean and up to date and in Oracle so that you can continue business in a quick fashion. So let's walk through that process, what it looks like, and how you can choose the right path for you. So one way that we help migration customers is we can simplify the migration process, and that's with some of our proprietary data migration tools. We standardize data collection, we can automate quality checks, and integrate directly with Oracle Fusion for clean and efficient data loading. If anything, what this does is it helps to accelerate the migration process and reduce errors. In my 20 plus years of experience working with customers who migrate from one system to another, one of the biggest draws or one of the biggest restrictions that we've seen in deploying a new system is the fact that they have to spend so much time and effort within their organization of cleaning up data errors and unduplicating information so that they can bring that clean data into the new system to test. Our tools allow you to automate that reconciliation of information and give you that higher data and accuracy for data and audit readiness. Ultimately, what that does is it helps a smoother transition and a smoother go live on a new system. Now, we have a program, it's called our Strive program. It's a toolkit, that we've built over 100 successful implementations. It provides proven templates, governments, and best practices to help organizations like yours get up to speed and running quickly. Being standardized in terms of the process does not mean standardized in terms of your businesses. We understand that each and every business that's out there has unique functionality and capabilities or processes that they need to be able to implement. But what we can do is we can implement our process methodology in a standard fashion to help drive the conversion from an old system to the new one. Transforming that client information by applying this methodology It allows for, again, a cleaner transition, time savings, cost reduction, and more importantly, less interruption in your business. We'll be able to, with the help of Oracle, provide things like industry best practices, and templates and functional capabilities within Oracle that will help you move from those legacy systems into a new system to give you better visibility, better view of your project as it's in process through implementation, and a cleaner end result. Our goal is to really deliver that excellence in the implementation process. And again, with 30 plus years, or excuse me, 26 plus years of experience, and hundreds of successful implementations, we're able to take that information and help deliver that to all of our prospects and customers. Now, we'd like to be able to help answer some questions. We have some questions that people have posed to us via email. We have some questions that other people have asked us as part of this process as well. Some of you may have actually sent some questions in also. So what I'll do is I'll kind of cover some of these frequently asked questions. If it triggers you to ask a question, feel free to do so. If it's something that's a little bit more of an involved conversation, we're happy to take that information and offline connect with you to make sure that we can go a little bit deeper. We can include some of our industry and technology specific resources on our end, as well as pull in Oracle resources to have that conversation, so that you can get a fuller picture if it's a question that's outside of just a basic or simple question. So one of the questions we have is, why should we consider moving from our current on-prem ERP system to Oracle Cloud? Well, we kind of went through some of that, but really the primary things is on-prem ERP systems, they're really a limitation to your agility as an organization. They can hold back in terms of your scalability and growth. Security is another big factor, since you have to maintain the infrastructure to support those solutions. Your limitations in terms of security really are based off of your ability to protect that information. And really innovation. So cloud plus AI, it delivers continuous updates. There might be a big impact on your team to be able to update to a newer version of the solution or system that's an on-prem solution. Sometimes it requires outside help. Sometimes you have to pay separate consultants or analysts or people outside of your organization and give them access to be able to update those on-prem legacy systems. Really what you're going to see is a lower total cost of ownership, and again, intelligence and automation that just those legacy systems can't provide. Another question, what are some of the biggest cost differences between on-prem and Oracle Cloud? Again, we touched on this before, but really you're looking at hardware, maintenance, custom upgrades, IT overhead. Oracle Cloud shifts all of that spend to a predictable subscription pricing. You don't have fluctuations in those costs throughout the year, especially let's say if you have somebody on staff who decides to leave the company and you have to hire somebody else. Those are unforeseen costs that can limit your ability to operate efficiently. And Oracle's pricing and the upgrades that are provided eliminates those costs, reduces infrastructure, and reduces staffing burden as well. Somebody had asked, how disruptive is migrating from an on-prem to Oracle Cloud? Well, again, that strategy that we talked about, whether it's a phased approach or an all-in approach, that really depends on your organization. What we'll do is we'll work together with the people on your project team to help determine what the lowest risk, best option is in terms of deploying Oracle Cloud. A common question, how long will it take for an organization to migrate? Most of our mid-market size organizations that we work with, they usually transition from between 6 to 9 months, depending on scope and the amount of data complexity. Next Info, we can accelerate the process because of our migration toolkit, and even complex or multi-module projects can be executed with some pretty predictable timelines and minimal disruption. Ultimately, if that does anything, that helps to reduce costs for your end, both externally in terms of what the implementation would be, plus internally in terms of your staff costs. And with that, you could come to expect an ROI faster or quicker because of the lowered implementation costs, reduced time, reduced infrastructure costs, and streamline operations. Again, we want to make it more accurate, we want to make it faster, and we want to help you make better decisions. Somebody asked, why is it important to consider an AI strategy? Unfortunately, an AI strategy is not really a competitive advantage anymore. And Sandeep, he kind of touched on this. It really is becoming the industry standard. So clean data across your organization and technology is key drivers for that new information, new insight, and AI can deliver that much faster, much quicker. In the past, for those early adopters of AI, they've kind of got a little bit of a step up or edge. But really, it's a strategy that should be in place for any organization that's looking to continue to move into the future and grow. Um, uh, let's see here. Robert touched earlier on AI agents. So somebody had asked what AI agents are available from Oracle and how much will they cost. So Oracle offers embedded AI agents across the finance modules, supply chain, human resources, customer experience, which would be sales and service, handling tasks like automated invoice coding, reconciliations, workforce insights for your HR teams, and even guided assistance. A lot of the agents are included as part of the core modules at no additional cost. While there might be some advanced agents that might require an optional SKU, again, we can kind of get into some of those specifics on a one-to-one call. Pricing is pretty much straightforward. And it's just based on your core subscription pricing. So there's not separate costs for that. And then at NextInfo, we have 15 pre-built Oracle AI agents that we include as part of the implementation if those are needs or requirements that you have. And again, those are done at no cost. We've already invested the time and effort to deliver those AI agents, and that's done as part of the implementation process. Some people ask, well, can we just supplement our current legacy system with some of Oracle's AI capabilities? Unfortunately, not natively. Oracle's embedded AI agents, they are tightly integrated with that core functionality that's built into Oracle. You need to be able to leverage Oracle's AI capabilities through the cloud platform to be able to have those tools. So there's not really a way to feed that into another system, so to speak. You can take another system and integrate it into Oracle so that you can take any data that comes across and then use some of the AI agents to read through that information and be able to provide assistance or help or information based on that. But you can't really do it the other way around. Let's see here. What features are available out of the box? Again, it really depends on the modules that you're looking at. So some of the people who are on this webinar might be interested specifically in ERP or the finance side, some on the HCM side. So it would depend, and we can get into a little bit more specifics based off of what your needs or requirements are. All right. I don't think there's any additional questions. So what I'll do is just to kind of give you a little bit of a path forward here. What we want to be able to do is provide a 2-hour quick Oracle assessment for any of the people who are on the webinar. And really what we want to do is we want to use this to help you focus specifically on how Oracle Cloud and the implementation of Oracle Cloud would be a benefit to you. NextInfo consultants as well as our Oracle partner experts would be part of that session. The people that we would want to engage with on your team would be your key decision makers or your stakeholders, your finance leaders, your supply chain leaders, your human resource leaders, and even your IT or IS leaders would need to be part or would want to be part of that assessment solution. More importantly, you get something out of it. We want to make sure that we can help you identify what some of your key challenges are and where that would map to the capabilities that Oracle Cloud delivers. We want to provide you with actionable insight, a roadmap tailored to your organization based off of your challenges, your needs, and what your nice to haves or want to haves or requirements are. And also clarity of understanding how Oracle can add value to your business operations. But there is no commitment for that. It's no obligation. It's something that we're going to do as a free discovery session to help explore the possibilities for your organization. So it's completely free. If anybody would like to schedule that assessment, if you do it before the end of the year, we have an allotment of goodies that we're going to actually send out kind of a Santa's gift bag, if you will, as long as you schedule the discovery before December 31st. We don't have to have the call before December 31st, but we would want to make sure that we book and schedule that discovery call before the end of the year, and we'll be more than happy to send you out a little thank you gift for that. So if there's any other questions or anything like that, we're happy to answer those questions for you. If not, we'd like to say thank you from both the NextInfo and Oracle team, and also from Sandeep from the Sakura FineTech team. Thank you as well.
Thank
Any
you.
questions? No? All right, I think we're good. Thank you everybody for joining, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.